Every project starts with a liquidity pool. In a volatile market, not every pool grows. Saros empowers growth by connecting fragmented pools and projects into one deep source with intentional design. This is the liquidity layer, a foundation for growth momentum, enhancing the entire liquidity flow, nourishing Solana's projects and the future of internet capital markets. Grow together. Grow with Saros. Every project starts with a liquidity pool. In a volatile market, not every pool grows. Saros empowers growth by connecting fragmented pools and projects into one deep source with intentional design. This is the liquidity layer, a foundation for growth momentum, enhancing the entire liquidity flow, nourishing Solana's projects and the future of internet capital markets. Grow together. Grow with Saros. Every project starts with a liquidity pool. In a volatile market, not every pool grows. Saros empowers growth by connecting fragmented pools and projects into one deep source with intentional design. This is the liquidity layer, a foundation for growth momentum, enhancing the entire liquidity flow, nourishing Solana's projects and the future of internet capital markets. Grow together. Grow with Saros. Every project starts with a liquidity pool. In a volatile market, not every pool grows. Saros empowers growth by connecting fragmented pools and projects into one deep source with intentional design. This is the liquidity layer, a foundation for growth momentum, enhancing the entire liquidity flow, nourishing Solana's projects and the future of internet capital markets. Grow together. Grow with Saros. Every project starts with a liquidity pool. In a volatile market, not every pool grows. Saros empowers growth by connecting fragmented pools and projects into one deep source with intentional design. This is the liquidity layer, a foundation for growth momentum, enhancing the entire liquidity flow, nourishing Solana's projects and the future of internet capital markets. Grow together. Grow with Saros. Every project starts with a liquidity pool. In a volatile market, not every pool grows. Saros empowers growth by connecting fragmented pools and projects into one deep source with intentional design. This is the liquidity layer, a foundation for growth momentum, enhancing the entire liquidity flow, nourishing Solana's projects and the future of internet capital markets. Grow together. Grow with Saros. Every project starts with a liquidity pool. In a volatile market, not every pool grows. Saros empowers growth by connecting fragmented pools and projects into one deep source with intentional design. This is the liquidity layer, a foundation for growth momentum, enhancing the entire liquidity flow, nourishing Solana's projects and the future of internet capital markets. Grow together. Grow with Saros. Every project starts with a liquidity pool. In a volatile market, not every pool grows. Saros empowers growth by connecting fragmented pools and projects into one deep source with intentional design. This is the liquidity layer, a foundation for growth momentum, enhancing the entire liquidity flow, nourishing Solana's projects and the future of internet capital markets. Grow together. Grow with Saros.
Here in Asia. Welcome to the second kickoff broadcast for our latest bounties on Super Team Earn, the DLMM Demo Challenge, and the Video Quest. These are our new bounties of Phase 1 in the Saros Hackathon BUIDL the BOLD. I'm Catherine, core contributor at Saros, and I'll be your host today. Joining me here are some familiar faces. We have Lido, our Saros Ecosystem Lead, and K2. And we also have some very special guests. They are the winners from our first SDK bounties. We have Director first place and Blue Jewelry third place. We'll start with a quick recap from Lido and hear our winners' stories, then dive into the bounties. Maybe first of all, K2, can you introduce a little bit with our audiences more about you and Super Team Vietnam?
Yeah. So hello everyone. My name is Hiếu or K2. So for me, I'm engineer for how many years? 15, 16 years. So I'm doing engineer my whole life, and I build startup as well. So I'm leading Super Team Vietnam. And what is Super Team Vietnam? We are community builders. What we do is that we support founder, developer, and creator in the blockchain space, in the Solana space specifically. And we are working closely with team like Saros. Very happy to have them in the community, support them with bounties like this. And actually, they are very fortunate. They kind like bringing new earning opportunity to Super Team Vietnam member community and also everybody in crypto as well. So thank you, Saros.
Thanks a lot, K2. That was a very impressive background and your commitment with Solana. Lido, can you reintroduce yourself with our audiences once again, please?
Yes. Good morning, everyone. I'm also an engineering background like Hugh, but I don't have quite as many years as him. Just 5 instead of 15. In the last 3 years, I've been on the Solana ecosystem as a user and a builder. And I actually got started because of hackathons and because of Super Team hackathons specifically. So it's a full circle moment for me. So I'm very excited to be collaborating with you all.
That's cool. Yeah, so I think we can start with the first part of this kickoff bounty. We're gonna recap our very first SDK bounty on Super Team Earn and gonna listen to our two winners. We have Haran here, and we also have Director. They are the winners from our very first bounty on Super Team Earn. And I'll leave the stage to Lido. You can quickly recap on what we've done with the SDK bounty and let our winners to share their experiences.
Yep. I'll do a quick recap of the first bounties, and then we'll jump into a short Q&A with our winners that we have. Thanks for joining, guys. So as Catherine mentioned, we did our first set of bounties over the last couple of weeks on Super Team Earn. So we ran 2 separate bounties, one for a bug bounty challenge and then another for SDK docs and guide challenge. It was our first trying these bounties for the builder community, and in my opinion, it has been a great success, and that's why we're still running with it now. So we had over 90 submissions, which was crazy, a lot of work to review, and it was a very difficult process narrowing that down to just 10 winners for each. there was a lot of great submissions, a lot of coverage, and a lot of work for us to clean up and improve on. So thank you all for your time and your submissions. And as we mentioned, we have two guests with us today. So the first is Rector, and then the other will be Haran. So we're going to ask you some questions, and then you guys can just chime in each individually and give your answer. So we'll start with some intros. So just if you guys want to tell us about yourself and how you first heard about Saros and what motivated you to enter this bounty. So other folks who are kind of thinking about it can get an idea of where you were.
Everyone. Thank you. Okay, I am a writer and I have been coding for about 3 years now. And first time I built some Discord bots and yeah, people still using until today. And I was browsing about super team bounties and I saw Saros and it was DeFi project, right? Which is I'm really into. I am really excited to try the bounties. And okay, but I know the DLMM is new. I knew regular IMM, but concentrated liquidity was different. Working on this bounty helped me understand it better. Yeah.
That's awesome. And have you done super team bounties in the past?
No. This is my first time.
Oh wow! Congrats.
Yeah.
Sweet. And Haran, do you want to give your intro and how you heard about Saros and the bounties?
Yeah, sure. First of all, thanks for having me. I'm Haran. I'm a software engineer with a background in computer science. I currently work at Accenture. I've been in Web3 space and contribute as a dev and contributing to the projects for nearly 1 year. I generally focus on contributing to open source projects that are mostly mobile focused projects. And then I actually heard about this bounty through X from Super Team Earn's post. This is actually my first time. This is my first time actually trying DLMM protocol. So I was actually pretty excited, and then I want to explore something. And then I actually wanted to do some meaningful work that I can be proud of. That's what motivated me to work on this bounty.
Awesome. And was it your first submission as well?
I guess this is my second submission.
Oh man, that's cool. Very nice. So next I wanted to ask you both, you both went above and beyond. You kind of already touched on it. But what drove you to put in that extra effort and not give up? Both of you, it worked for many days on the assignment, and yeah, I just want to know what kept you going.
This can I go first?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, sure. This was actually my first time trying to work with a DLMM protocol. So I was excited to explore new field. That was my first motivation. And as I've said before, I wanted to do some work that I want to be proud of. That I guess that gave me the edge to work harder and work better.
Yeah, for me it's simple. I treat every bounty like it's my own project. So instead of just a basic documentation or I edit interactive tools, testing diagram or everything, I treat it like my own project. So I can totally to do my submission like that.
Can I go first? Yeah, I would say just try something. Go find a meaningful idea that people in the DLMM space would actually love, and then want to use it again and again. Like maybe I guess the bounty instructions were itself very clear about the protocols that are possible to build. I would say just find some meaningful execution pattern that the users can find it helpful for them to use it. Basically, build a product that you can sell to the same person again and again.
Hello, sorry, can you repeat the question? Sorry, my connection is
Yeah,
not
yeah,
good.
no worries. Just what advice would you give builders who want to try out
Oh, okay.
bounties on Super Team, but haven't and are feeling a bit intimidated?
Okay. Okay. I think you as we as a developer, we need to pick a bounty that match your skill, match our skill. Don't aim too high if you are starting out. But I think people notice about real effort, not just keep building and consistently. I think like that.
Yeah, I agree. Even not winning is any reward money is still a big win, especially if you do submit a quality submission that you're actually proud of your work. I think you will learn a ton still either way.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. And then last question, but I'm excited to ask, what are you guys building for the demo challenge? I think both of you at some point have shared some details, but I want to allow you both to share what you've got going on for the demo challenge and how did you get to that idea?
Okay, I think I can go first.
Cool.
Now I am exploring all the Saros SDK. I'm looking for about a new feature, a new way to show the feature of Saros SDK for the app. I think I want to build something that show what it can do, but keeps it simple for developers. Okay, I want to show about how simple to use SDK, Saros SDK for developers. The goal is to make it helpful without being overwhelming. We'll see how it turns out.
What kind of features are you thinking about?
I can say it for now, but I will do some. I will do something. I will do something.
Okay, cool. Looking forward to it. Haran, I know you're cooking something.
I'm actually working on a real-time analytics protocol for the DLM pools, basically a mobile app where the users can see the real-time analytics from their mobile phone from anywhere.
Sweet. If there's anything else you guys would like to shout out or share, now's the time. Otherwise, thank you so much both for joining and congrats again on winning. We're very excited to have you both.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
No,
thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Lido and our winners for those sharing. Super inspiring to see how builders jumped in and pushed beyond the basics. Now, let's move on to what everyone here is curious about, the two new bounties that we've just launched on Super Team Earn, the DLMM Demo Challenge, and the Video Quest. So I'll kick things off with a few questions to Lido and K2, so everyone can get a full picture before we diving in. So first, Lido, can you briefly reintroduce these two bounties? What are they about, and what builders or creators can expect to do from it? And especially, why did Saros decide to launch these two specifically?
Yeah. So if you've been keeping up with us on Twitter, we've had a couple big weeks with the DLMM on the product side. So we've had some awesome partnerships. We partnered with some big Bitcoin players, and we got some awesome new pools. And because of that, we want to explore, what kind of products can be made on top of this. Specifically exploring any Bitcoin projects, leveraging the new Bitcoin pools on the DLMM. In addition to that, we added the creator, the video challenge, because we also want to tap into creators. They're just as important to us in the community of builders. So we want to give opportunities for everyone. And then also just generally our DLMM tech and the SDK are newer. So this allows us to rapidly iterate on the SDKs with the help of you guys. Thank you. And then hopefully make the developer experience better for everyone in the end.
That's great. Yeah. How about the video quest? K2, do you have any expectations for our creators, or if you have any tips to share?
Okay, I should unmute. So I to be honest, I'm not a kind of like people who do a lot of videos. I run through this and I see that one videos like this is very important, because you know that understanding blockchain concept is not trivial at all. It's quite difficult. And so I think like Bounties like this is very, very important. If you do this, then you do a very big favor to the project. So that's one thing. Second thing is like how to do this. I realize that that's one way for you guys to do videos that is like easier is, so let me say the don't before I go to the do. I see a lot of videos when people building the slide and then you put AI on it, and now not kind of like go through the slide and AI say something. And to be honest, I consume those content. I don't really get the content and don't feel exciting. So a few weeks ago, I tried a new content, which is I use what is that? A whiteboard, Livebot. So it's actually just a piece of mica, and then I write into it. You can check it on my Twitter. So I try to use that to explain technical concept like what Saros is doing. But I explain something else, and I realize that it's really, really easy for people to get it, especially when you have to explain some technical concepts. So that is my tip is like maybe do something like that. And second is like maybe if you can do some animation, because you know, like for example, if you have to explain one of the thing in here, like the bin. What is a bin? How people can get it? Like why bin is
Right.
important for DLMM.
Yeah.
If you throw me another slide, I give up. So if you have animation, that's would be better.
That's actually very helpful tips. I actually saw your post about the Mika with all of the technical examples writing right onto the board, tutoring, giving out the instructions like that will be much easier. Yeah, totally agree. So we've just discussed a lot about DLMM. Yeah, as you all know, Saros has been integrating and improving a lot for this model recently. It's kind of our secret sauce for pushing capital efficiency to the next level. And we really want to encourage builders to explore what's possible with DLMM. So Lido, when it comes to DLMM demo challenge, what kind of submissions do you hope to see from our builders?
Yeah, I think most importantly, I think building one good feature is better than building an entire app with all these ideas that you never get around to. So my advice would be find one thing, whether it exists or not, in other spaces in the ecosystem today, but try and recreate it with Saros. I think that's a great first path. So if you guys are familiar with like HawkFi, they have a ton of advanced DLMM strategies that are running, I think mostly on Meteora pools. But for example, you could grab one of their automated strategies. They're pretty well documented, and I think that would give you a good guide and starting point to recreate it with DLMM. And I think that would be awesome to see in a submission. But besides that, I would say build a DeFi tool you would actually use or you feel is missing. And And if you run into any issues with the SDK, which are they are under construction right now, so we're working on some very big improvements, which I'm excited about. But feel free to reach out to the dev station on Telegram. You can find it on our Twitter. And I'm in there active mostly every day and can help you.
That's cool. How about K2? Do you have any expectation that you want to share with the candidates who are working on the demo challenge for the models like this?
So I think I don't think you should treat it as demo, but treat it like you say, if you see something should be built, you should build it. I think there's another tips I want to give is, you see that what is this season for Solana? What this season for Solana is all about consumer application. You see that Tolly and Solana Lab, they push out the phone, Seeker phone. So right now, if you go to the phone, I mean the Seeker phone app store, I doubt that you can see a lot of DeFi application. Somebody even tell me that actually the head of Solana Mobile even tell me that the low-hanging fruit right now for anyone who want to build and get traction in Solana Seeker is building DeFi application. Why? He say because most of the DeFi teams, they are skeptical about, like, no, not skeptical, but they don't have enough resources to go into and build new UI on the phone because they're quite busy, and actually that is not their expertise to at the first place. So I think if you want to build this, maybe try to like not only building a web app, but try to build something on Seeker phone, which is just Android application. That will be something interesting to see. For example, like I seeing something like position management. No, this is not bot, but this is not mobile phone app. But I think, for example, the enable advanced order time, limit order, stop loss. So very user-friendly, user interface, and now you have an app on Seeker phone. That will be amazing. And something like portfolio analysis. Those kind of things will be amazing applications for you to get started with Saros, and also get some spotlight from ecosystem when you build on the Seeker phone. To be honest, anyone building on anything on phone right now get all the attention because Tolly is pushing that. And you should remember that Tolly, the founder of Solana, his background is from Qualcomm, I think. He's like in love with mobile from day one. So try to build something on mobile will be the things that get you kind of like get attention from the ecosystem.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and tomorrow the Colosseum Hackathon is going to be announced, so you can submit to the Colosseum Hackathon as well. So build one thing, if you build a phone app, you can submit to this Bounty, you can submit to the phone, the Solana Mobile and Solana Mobile App Store, get traction and even get revenue and get cover from the Solana Lab and Tolly as well. And the third is like compete the Colosseum Hackathon. I think this, if I'm you, this is what I'm going to do.
That's great. Yeah, like in short, we should stay up to date with everything Totally Shield on his account. Yeah. So have you guys got your Seeker phone yet? K2 and Lido, have you tried that?
I do not. I'm thinking about ordering one and building for the hackathon after Hugh's rant.
Yeah, you should do, I think. Cool. Yeah. So following by that question, what's the number one mistake that our developers should avoid when working with a DLMM SDK that you will suggest? Lido?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
What's the number one mistake that our devs people should avoid when working with the DLMM SDK if they want to build a demo on, let's say, like a Seeker mobile?
I would say if you're very experienced as a developer but not so familiar with the concepts, don't get too hung up trying to figure it out. It's not the bin architecture probably won't click right away. So just try and keep working through the feature and learning those concepts in the background if possible. The best way is to just learn by using it. So if you can, just start trying out positions with small amounts if you're comfortable, and trying out Saros, the platform, and that's how I've learned. So I would recommend it as well. If you can create a small position and kind of track it for a few days, you'll really understand and find out how the mechanics are working on the pricing as well as the fees you're earning.
Gotcha. How about K2? Your opinion in what our builder should avoid, the kind of mistake that they should avoid if they want to build something with DLMM.
I think the kind of mistake is so you know that for DLMM and all of the six for general, you should go for something that have either two things. One, you have big liquidity. Second, you have something that is very small right now, but will be very big in the future. Try to avoid things that is generic. So let me give you one example. For example, right now, Super Team Vietnam is running a small accelerator program in Ho Chi Minh City right now. Naturally, I'm in a hotel. That's why I have to use this instead of my house background. Yeah, we and in the program, there's some guy say that, hey, I think reward access is interesting because right now I don't see any centralized chain, any decentralized chain and everything. Try to do something with reward access, and maybe I want to do it. So I think if you try to build something, go to a specific market and like try to build a impression to the user that you do a very specific thing. For example, like for that guy, we really like the idea because he tried to say that, hey, that it's actually very difficult for me as a Vietnamese to invest in Ondo token, to invest in what is that? The company peer. What? No. I pronounce my pronunciation is wrong, but that's a company from the US that do something with the real estate. So tokenize the real estate and also the stock as well. So we say that, hey, so reward asset is not that easy for people to buy and trade. So maybe now is a good idea for you to prepare something on that because in the future, that is one of the biggest market. Even for Vietnam now, we are going to open up for enterprise to start joining to blockchain from, for example, Super Team. Tomorrow, we're going to work with HD Bank in here and we explore how they can tokenize something. I'm linking alpha right now. They want to do something with gold and silver. So
That's great.
things like that is going to open up in the future. And where are they going to trade? They're going to trade on something like Saros because yeah, they will mean the access from Vietnam and a lot of things will done on the centralized chain in Vietnam, right? But in the end of the day, you can transfer it to public blockchain and trade on it. You go where to whenever you have the biggest liquidity, and Saros and Solana might be the one. So maybe try to something specific like that. I think that will be interesting rather than you build like very generic things and have a lot of competition. If you build something like this now, I don't think that competition is that harsh. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. Thanks for linking the alpha. I think we should get our BD to talk to you after this, that we can get that alpha to list it on Saros. All right. There's a fact that we're actually pretty close to the submission deadline, which is only 6 days from now for DLMM demo challenge. So what's a realistic demo idea that still has a shot at winning that you would suggest, Lido?
Yeah, I want to jump back to what I said earlier and just say it again and add some more detail, which is just since the time is limited now, I would say focus your demo on one really good feature. Even if you can't get it working how you expect end to end, create that user flow and that experience that you dream of, and get as far as you can with the technical implementation. But enough to really showcase your idea and the feature. I think those are truly valuable projects, and really that kind of submission showcases your thinking and your effort well.
Got it. How about K2? Do you have any advice for the very last minute submissions?
I think I said it before. Leverage AI to have you like build it really fast, and maybe I spend a little bit time to see Codigo. So actually this a team in Solana, and they try to say, hey, I'm going to be better than Claude. So maybe trick them out, Codigo, Codigo, and they try to help you guys to develop program in Solana easier. Because one of the things is like whenever we implement something like this in Solana, for example, you write a smart contract, and the smart contract is going to do a CPI cross-program invocation to someone else, like something else, like Saros DLMM program. You know that doing CPI correctly take a lot of time and effort. But Codigo say it's going to be really easy, so maybe try them out. Yeah, so the last minute thing is like using AI to leverage, and maybe use Codigo is very Solana centric AI. I'm not sure about the pricing and everything, but you have to check it out. Yeah, but maybe check it out, because they say that they fix the CPI problem, which is like if I use generic AI, CPI will be like big problem to me because they don't really understand Solana CPI. Yeah,
That's very helpful. That's very helpful, guys. I also suggest that you guys try not to submit at very last minute, because we still have 6 days. Maybe magic can you can do some magic and it will happen. And also join Saros Dev Station so we can stand by you guys and support right away with any technical or sharing any tips like what K2 just suggested with the AI tool. All right, I think that's all for the DLMM demo challenge. Maybe our candidates for video quest also have some questions about like if other than the kind of animation that K2 suggested earlier, what's the other thing that you will suggest if, like, let's say they don't know how to do the animation kind of video, instead, any other ideas that you would suggest to show if they want to do the video quest?
Yeah, I think the good news is 6 days is pretty short for a coding demo, but for the video, I think you have good time. So there's definitely still time for people looking to get in. One thing that I thought would be cool would be to kind of walk through yourself using the Saros product, and just explaining the concepts through a strategy of yours. So pick a strategy that you're using or deploying, explain why you're picking that token, and explain why you're setting up the strategy with the bins that you're using, and what that strategy will hopefully result in, and anything else you're doing to manage that risk. I think that would be a great video.
Cool. K2, do you want to add anything else?
I think maybe another thing is, so I think around a year ago, more than a year ago, I was in Super Team UK, and the two guys, they do a series of video named Bro Teach Me Crypto. I don't remember exactly the name of the show, but it's Bro Teach Me Crypto. And what they do is that they go around, like they go on the street, and instead of like someone talk to the screen like this, they have like two friends discussing something together. I think maybe you can learn from that format as well, because a lot of the time when we record ourselves talk to the screen, the viewer, is very hard for them to really get it, because kind of like how can they imagine themselves, right? But when you have a video when two people talk together, and one the people for the people who is asking and questioning, and kind of like play the role of the learner, another one plays the role of teacher, it's now easier for people to get it. I really enjoy the show because I kind of like they go through they go through some of the concept of Jupiter at the time. I don't remember if they do DLMM, but they went through some concept in Jupiter. So maybe check out bro teach me crypto from Super Team UK, and maybe look at that concept for inspiration. It can be very easy, which is just two friends discussing about some concept in Saros that you want to explain. And now it become very, I mean, more human and more easy for other people to consume, because now they can project themselves into the one that listening and asking the question, and other people like and answering that. Might be something you can learn from.
Yeah, that's great. Agree. Yeah. Guys, you guys can feel free to be creative on your content. It doesn't have just to be like slides or animated video. If you don't know how to use the software, just use the camera and talk about crypto or talk about Saros, DLMM, LP in every polls. And yeah, just be like that. We all accept any forms of creativity. Great. Oh, K2 to share us the channel that he mentioned. I think I'll ask admin to share this on the chat so that you guys can follow. Very cool. Thanks for breaking down everything, guys. I think both bounties open up space not only for hardcore devs, but also for creative storytellers, right? And also our community builders, which is exactly what this kind of spirit that Saros want to bring in for Build the Bold. Quick reminder, guys, again, our deadlines are coming fast. The DLMM demo challenge has only 6 days left, and the video quest just about 7 days. Don't sleep on it if you if you're planning to submit. All right, time for some questions from our candidates. I got a kind of question like, can participants submit multiple entries? If yes, is it possible for one person or team to win more than one prize?
Not for each individual bounty, but you could submit multiple entries for each one entry for each bounty if you'd like. But other than that, yeah, totally feel free to join with the team and do a submission together.
Great, thanks for the answer. Okay, for the video content track, are entries limited to short form only? I think probably no. It can be long form as well. Just be creative with your content and be very concentrated with what you want to show in your video. That we would just suggest, and try different forms and be creative as what we suggested earlier. Okay, and
Yeah, I would say any length is fine, but ideally less than 10 minutes or less. I think is a good length.
Agree. Yeah. Okay, another question for video one. Among platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts, which do you prioritize for submissions?
No preference. Whichever one you go viral on is the best. I don't have any preference on platform. So post on the one with your biggest audience, I would say.
Great. Okay, another question for Saros DLMM Demo Challenge. What makes Saros DLMM different from other DLMMs in the ecosystem? We got this question quite a lot of time. Okay, I think our ecosystem lead can answer this.
I mean, the fundamental underlying architecture is not so different. I would say Saros, kind of touching back on what Hugh was describing earlier, is like we're the new kid on the block. So we're building, we're trying to build that challenger. So it's definitely early in that time, but there's going to be more after us, of course, and there's going to be this competition, and I think that's what will drive the tech forward. But at the moment, there's I would say there's more similarities with the DLMM implementations across the ecosystem.
Yeah, I think I want to add on that a little bit. So if you follow Super Team Vietnam, we have a Bounties on token 2022s and the pool for it, and why token 2022 with the transfer hook is kind of like do not support in other big decentralized chain. For example, like Radium, they kind of like say no to it. I don't know if they change their mind, but so far they say no. So I did talk to them, and I realized that for very big products, like you might think that, hey, it's just technology that Radium can support new CAP token, but I don't think that valid because they have billions of trading volume per day. It's actually very dangerous for them to try new things. So for, as Lido say, the new kid in the block, Saros can try new things easier. If they see kind of like traction from real world asset tokenization and they see new token on that, they can, I mean, change their technology along the way to facilitate that, because now they don't have the legacy like Radium. So maybe try to build on Saros, understand their technology and some of the things that maybe in the future they can get them to build on, because they have smaller volume than, let's say, Radium. So they are easier to chain and they can adapt to new cap assets. We see so many cap assets is going to blockchain today, right? We are seeing reward assets is coming. I'm excited on that because now we see all cap like institution in Vietnam coming to Super Team and want to explore that. But those cap things will require new way for you to either provide liquidity or either new technology to facilitate that, or you can have new thing like, I don't know, that what is that, decentralized asset treasury. I'm not sure about my terms, but on those, yeah. So maybe Saros, like if they see the opportunity, they can change the text and apply to that. So if you early with Saros, you can have all the benefit if when they pivot the product and improve it. But for the, I just want to remind again, like for Super Team Vietnam, like I think like today we have an event with Radium in Korea. And we know for sure that even we really love them, want to work with them and support them, but something we know that they cannot change because it's very dangerous. You have 1 million volume per day. Think about it. You don't want to change things radically. So sometimes success is sometimes the thing that make you cannot move forward faster. So that is the Saros advantage right now. They can move things really fast.
Yeah, and to add on to that, I do want to mention again all the new Bitcoin pools, which I think is a perfect example of that. I think we're definitely one of the largest now by Bitcoin TVL, if not the largest DEX on Solana. And that was because of what he was describing there. So we really were able to be flexible, and we kind of chose to prioritize it because Bitcoin is clearly here to stay as a storage of asset, an asset for storage of value for retail users and institutions. And we want to enable that on Saros. So we've brought all the liquidity. Now it's time to build products and features for those users, whether retail or investor.
That's great. Thanks for the very detailed answers and also all of the suggestions from K2 and Lido. Following by that, I think there's a relevant question from our candidate. What tech stack do you recommend for builders who want to get started with Saros and especially Saros DLMM, like if they want to join this bounty?
Yeah, if you're very new developer, I think I would say check out the Solana GitHub. I know they have like example next repos. I would just start with one of those so you kind of have a project structure set up, and then you can just focus your time entirely with the Saros integration. out of the box, they should have one available. It's like a next app with your wallet infrastructure all set up for you. And it should get you started very fast.
That's great. Thanks for the answer. Guys, once again, if you have any other technical issues or if you need our help, right away you can join Saros Dev Station on Telegram, and we have Lido there to help you guide you guys. All right. I think we still have quite a lot of questions, and a lot of them related to Saros growth plan and roadmap. I think for this one, we can continue to answer your concerns or any questions in our upcoming community call. Other than that, I think let's hear some closing thoughts from both Lido and K2. What's your one piece of advice for anyone still hesitating to jump in?
My advice would be to just do it. If you don't win on this one or you struggle, use that as motivation for the next. Especially if you're trying to break into the ecosystem, I think this is a great way to enter. And I think, Earn Super Team will have these opportunities forever, and we'll be bringing a lot more cool opportunities with some more rewards than these first few bounties after we iterate on our SDKs and review these next submissions. So I would say it's a great opportunity, and you're early, so stick around and keep trying, and definitely get your submission in if you're on the fence.
Thanks, Lido. Yeah. How about K2? Do you have any last advice for anyone who are still hesitating?
I think like you should do it now because the Colosseum Hackathon is starting now. So if you build something on this, you can actually DM me on Twitter, and I can support you, because this is not only about this hackathon, this bounty, but potentially bring that to the Colosseum Hackathon. So there's no reason to not do it now.
Yeah, guys, like Colosseum is waiting for you. Saros Hackathon is also waiting for you.
Yeah.
So please join. Yeah.
Total price.
Yeah.
The last year, the total price for own winner is around 2 million this time, I think. So why not?
Yeah, 2 mil. That's crazy. Yeah, we also have like, okay, you guys can try with our bounties first and then get ready to join a bigger stage, which is Colosseum with bigger prize. Yeah, so why not, right? All right. I think that's all for today's bounty kickoff. Thanks a lot once again, Lido and K2 for joining us today, sharing lots of insights and very helpful tips.
Yeah, thank you. It's always motivational to hear Hugh speak as well.
Yeah, thank you, the team. And actually, I have to say thank to all of the earlier winner, right?
Yes.
The other one actually makes this happen.
Yes. Thank you I want to say thank you for all the submissions for the first two, as well as the ones who have already submitted early for these last. And specifically, thank you to Haran and Rector again for joining us and sharing their process.
Yeah, lots of thanks for everyone who are watching, who are our audiences, and also our candidates, potential ones that help Saros to grow and Solana to grow. All right, that's the wrap up. Thanks a lot, guys. Goodbye and have a good night.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Every project starts with a liquidity pool. In a volatile market, not every pool grows. Saros empowers growth by connecting fragmented pools and projects into one deep source with intentional design. This is the liquidity layer, a foundation for growth momentum, enhancing the entire liquidity flow, nourishing Solana's projects and the future of internet capital markets. Grow together. Grow with Saros.